Today we're doing another first for us. We're going to make Matambre, or stuffed flank steak. Now, I've been researching this recipe for a long time. I've kind of taken what I like from multiple recipes I've seen. Let's give this a try. I've got 1.5 pound flank steak here. We're going to cut it, or going to slice it I should say, right down the middle, okay? And just take your time so you don't have to worry about cutting through it. And if you cut through it, it's not going to be any major catastrophe. But I'm going to take my time here, and I'm sure you guys don't want to watch all this, but I'll bring you back as soon as I got this guy sliced in half. Now, you just want to make sure you don't cut all the way through this guy, right? Because we want to make one large flap. So you want to stop when you get to this edge over here. And you can see I cut through it here because I wasn't paying attention. That's okay. We can make this work. All right. I'm a little thicker right here than the rest of it. So we're just going to mash this guy down a little bit until we get stain thickness all over. What I've got here, just a little brown mustard. I'm going to squirt some on here. I'm not going to measure it. I'm going to guess it's 2 to 3 tablespoons. Okay, we're just going to get this spread around a little bit. And you can hear my neighbors have their grandkids over. Awesome kids. Alright, so we've got our mustard on there. Okay, now what I've got here, this is about 2/3 of a bunch of parsley. And I've got here some cilantro. I'm going to put in, that's probably 1 tablespoon. That's probably 2 tablespoons of the cilantro paste. Okay. I'm just going to mix this up a little bit. I hope you can see that. Get that all mixed up real nicely. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I've got 1 habanero minced up very finely. Right? You could use a jalapeno if you wanted. You could use ghost pepper if you wanted. But I kind of like the flavor of habaneros, and that's what we're going with today. Okay. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is we're going to put this all over this good-looking flank steak. Okay. Okay. Let me get that all out. You just want to rub this around, make it as even as you can. Don't worry if it gets next to the edges because we're going to be rolling this up, right? And as we roll it up, stuff's going to be squeezing out. Now I've got here some minced garlic. I've got about 1.5 teaspoons. Okay? And if I was smart, I would have put this garlic in the parsley and cilantro and habanero mixture, but that's okay. We can make it work. All right. Tell you what, sure does smell good. All right. What I've got here is I've just julienned up 1 red pepper. I don't know, you might argue that that's not julienne, but sliced it as thin as I could. Okay. And we only need about half of it, it looks like. I mean, if you want more on there, you can. And then what I did was julienned up a couple of carrots. And again, we're not going to need both. In fact, you can probably get by with just 1 carrot as well. Okay? All right. And here I've got 1 yellow onion that I just kind of sliced up. Then I'm going to sprinkle it all around. Okay. Oh man, does this ever smell good? And again, we only needed about half of that onion, or 1/3 at the most. Now what I've got are some hard-boiled eggs that I cooked up. Already sliced them. You can see I didn't do such a great job on slicing them. They fell apart, but they're going to taste awesome anyway. Okay. I think I boiled up 4 eggs. Again, you're not going to need 4. 2 would have been just fine. But that means I'll be able to eat some extra eggs. Okay. All right, so that's how we're going to stuff the guy. I'm sure we've got too much stuffing, but I don't know if that ever happens to you or not. Anytime I stuff something, I always get too much. Okay. All we're going to do, the best we can, is we're going to roll this guy up. All right. You can see my eggs are already pushing forward. If we got some eggs that fall out, hey, some eggs fall out. All right. Now, there's our flank steak. Let me get him turned around. Get the eggs out of the way. Push it up where you can see it. And now what we're going to do is butcher twine this guy up. Okay? I don't know how many it's going to take. It's going to take however many it takes. But once I get him all butcher twined up so it doesn't fall apart when we're cooking it, we'll be right back and I'll show you how we're going to actually cook this guy today. All right, you can see I've got it all tied up. Next thing I'm going to do is just drizzle a little olive oil. Doesn't have to be much. Okay, just kind of using it for a binder because I'm going to season the outside of this guy. Okay. You can see here I didn't get a good wrap. We'll just take it and see how it goes. For the season I'm using the Stubb's beef rub. Use your favorite steak rub. Use salt and pepper if that's what you want to do. Okay. Now I'm just going to season up each side of this guy. I can see that I need to practice on my flank steak filleting skills a little bit, but maybe next time we'll get a better cut on it. We've got our grill 375. We want to get a nice little char on each side, so we'll let it go, a couple minutes each side. 2 minutes on each side on the direct heat. Now I'm going to put this plate setter in, and we're going to finish this guy using indirect heat. Okay, going to get him back on here. Going to get the probe in it, and we are going to cook him today to about medium instead of medium rare. All right, just let it go from here. Okay, I didn't keep track of the time. I'm sorry. It's probably been around an hour. Ouch. But we're up to, can you see that? 1:31. I'm going to get this guy off. Let me get this out. And we're going to let it rest for a few minutes. And then I'm going to slice into it and give this thing a try. I'm going to get these strings off we used to tie this guy up. It's been resting about 7 or 8 minutes. I figure by the time I get all the strings off, it'll have been 10 minutes. Then we can give it a cut and do what's always my favorite part of the video, the taste test. Just give this guy a few slices. I think down here on the end it's not going to be too exciting. Let me get this guy cut up. I'll spin it around so you can see it. And then, as I already mentioned, we're going to give it that taste test. So, let me pull it back here. You can see what we got. Looks like she's about medium. What we're going to do now is give it a try. Okay, there's so much good stuff going on in here. I'm not certain how to cut it. I'm going to cut this piece right into. Quite tender. All right. We got a little steak. We got some, hope you can see it, pepper there. Egg. Let me get a little bit more egg. Some onion. Looks like we got a good sampling of all the ingredients. All right. Let's give it a try. Yummy. Okay, what's this like? It's like something, excuse me, I've never had before. I mean, obviously you get the beef flavor right away, but you got crunchiness from the onion and the carrot and that red pepper. I mean, it's still, I mean, it's not like raw crunchy, but it's not real soggy like when you saute something. So you get a crunch, and then you've got the garlic going in there. I mean, there's just, in the egg. Who would have ever thought that? Very clever, this Matambre. Very clever, whoever thought it up. I mean, this is something very unique, very unusual, at least unusual, over here, us in the U.S. I guess if you're from Argentina, maybe that's not unusual at all. But wow, flavors everywhere. If you're looking for something to be very unique, you know, it's your next cookout for, you know, your neighbors or family or whatever, this is definitely a smart option. Hey, thanks again for watching another one of our videos. If you have any questions or comments about it, just leave it down in the comment section below. If you're not a subscriber already, hit that armadillo pepper icon